Alright guys, welcome back to another video and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a very long time since I last posted a video. In fact, kind of a few months since I last posted a video. This is actually the first video of 2020, so Happy New Year, even though it's like nearly March. I'll explain everything on why there's been such a wait later on in the video. However, as you can tell from the title, there's a lot to go over. So I'm not going to waste too much time and I'm just going to get straight into it. In fact, I've literally not used this camera for that long that there's actually, like, it's actually dirty on the lens. So I was going to film this part in the gym, but the music was absolutely loud as fuck and the gym was packed and I didn't really want to tell them to turn it off just for me. So, as I was saying, the biggest question about this video that you're probably thinking is, Tyler, why are you going vegan? Or why am I trialing vegan? Or why vegan something? Simply put, everyone knows about the Game Changer documentary. So I watched that about a couple of months ago when it came out, and it got us thinking of the way they put it across and the way everything's kind of like documented for that specific thing. And it's obviously put in a way to promote being vegan or veganism. And I wanted to kind of prove it wrong, as much as that's going to piss loads of people off who are probably clicking on this who are vegan. But I wanted to prove it wrong, so to do that, I'm going to trial going vegan on myself. So the best way I could think about doing this is, I'm currently on a bulking phase to compete in powerlifting. And I don't want to kind of change that at all to go vegan. I just want to swap basically every bit of meat out my diet, or every non-vegan food out my diet, and substitute it for something vegan. Keep my calories the same, or up my food in the same way I would be if I wasn't eating vegan food, and see what difference it has on performance, like my daily activities and like my actual blood work, which I have had done already. So it's been about 3 or 4 months, I think, since I finished prep. I've just had some blood work done, which I'm going to talk about in the next clip, and I'm going to compare that with 3 months of bulking on meat, and then again with 3 months of bulking vegan, to see what difference it's made. This blood test covers everything: hormones, red blood cells, muscular health, everything. It's like quite an in-depth blood test, and it costs us quite a bit of money, but through Medichecks. So I'll see if I can get anything for you to do it yourself through Medichecks, and if I can, I'll put it in the links down below. So yeah, that's why I'm going vegan. That's why I'm trying it. I want to prove that documentary wrong, basically. Or if not, and it actually is right, and my performance does get better, that's incentive to kind of add more vegan stuff into my diet for the benefits of performance. I'm not really fussed about the other shit that goes with being vegan, to be honest, as horrible as that might sound, but yeah, the actual benefits on a performance level, definitely. So yeah, moving on to the next thing, which is my actual blood work results, which I've just been talking about. Now, I'm just going to quickly go over what I actually got tested for, because there's quite a list, and I'm not going to go over everything, like the results of everything, but I'll mention the things that are worth mentioning, basically. So this is actually also the reason why it took us so long to get this video up. Not only did I have to wait for my food to be high enough to justify getting blood work done again, but also I had to wait for the doctor's appointment to get the blood taken, because I got such a high spectrum test. I couldn't do it in the house like I did my last one in my previous video, if you haven't been like skipping all my shit. And I had to go to the doctor, so I had to wait for an appointment, I had to wait for them to send it away, and then I had to wait for the results. So that's why it took so long to kind of get this video out. I wanted to do it at the beginning of January, but there wasn't like an opportunity to do it then with like the doctors and stuff. But anyways, that's besides the point. So I've got my phone here, that's what I'm looking down at, and I'll show you what I actually got tested for. So, don't know. Okay, so you can't see that at all, but I'm just gonna read it out. Red blood cells, white blood cells, clotting status, kidney health, liver health, proteins, diabetes, cholesterol status, muscle health, iron status, thyroid hormones, and hormones. So, I don't know, really, I might just put a screenshot on the screen because it's just not working with that. But basically, the things that came back that were a bit suspect, or something that was like not concern, but stuff that was just out of the ordinary, was my red blood cells, my kidney health, and my muscle health. Now, my kidney health and my muscle health were due to high creatine levels. Now, I don't actually supplement with creatine at the minute, so that doesn't really add up with that. However, they did say that it could be because of high meat diet, like a high protein diet. It could be because of dehydration, which is also a possibility, because the day I got it done, I was working all day, so I was probably a little bit dehydrated. Or creatine consumption, which I don't actually do, so it's probably to do with one of them. I will make sure that I actually am like properly hydrated when I get the next set of tests done, and then I can kind of rule that out. Otherwise it might just be me diet that's causing them results. The red blood cells, they were literally just out of the margin of what they consider like okay, so the doctor said that it was nothing to really worry about, but something to kind of keep an eye on because it can cause problems. But I think it was like, if you've got high muscle mass or something like that, that can like throw up a false negative, or a false, like, yeah, false negative result. So to be honest, everything was fine. Something that I was very happy with was the fact that, which is what is kind of in the title of this video, is that my hormone production. Now, when I finished prep, I got some blood work done. And when I finished my photo shoot, I got blood work done, and I've just had it done now. So I've got 3 lots of testosterone results kind of go off now. And this is, I'm just putting this in the video because this is to show how important diet is to your progress in the gym and your progress to your physique. Now, when I was dieting, I was probably, so I didn't get my first lot of testosterone checks done like in the deep of prep, which is, I wish I had, because I wanted to see what that was like. But I got it done kind of just coming out of prep, so my food was a little bit higher than it was during prep. Maybe it's like 1500 calories a day or something like that. My results were at that time, now I don't know what to measure them in, but we're just going to say units. Now 29 is classed as like really high, or like, I don't know if it's classed as dangerously high or what, but I've mentioned this in a previous video. Basically 29 is classed as like what is healthy, and 8 is classed as the negative range of what's healthy. So anything under 8 isn't healthy, and anything over 29 isn't healthy. Now, I don't know what's unhealthy about having too high testosterone naturally, but yeah, I'm sure I can find out that and put it in another video. But basically, my first ever results that I did, just coming out of prep, I had 19.9 units of testosterone. Now that's actually not too bad. It's about bang in the middle, if not a little bit low of the middle. So it was pretty good considering I just came out of a dieting phase, as strict as my dieting phase was. Then just after my photo shoot, which my weight was a little bit higher again, and my food was a lot higher, I was probably on about 2,000, just over 2,000 calories a day. My results went up to 21.1 units, so a jump of about 1.2 units, which is not really, but like at least it was going up, which is a good sign. Then, so for the past 3 months or so, no, 2 months, just under 2 months or so, I've been on about 3,500 calories a day. My training's been a lot more intense, and my like actual consumption of water, like food, everything, like nutrients, everything has been a lot better than it has been during prep. So I was expecting my results to be a lot higher. However, they came back at 27 units in the last test, which is a jump of like nearly 6 units, or 5.9 units, which is just unreal. This puts us in a really good place to kind of like progress my physique. It's something that I was going for when I'm kind of getting these results. And it's interesting to see if going vegan is going to either take that down or take it up. Obviously I'm going to do another 2 months of bulking whilst still eating meat, and eating dairy and all the other stuff that's non-vegan. And I want to see how much then results change depending on that, because my food is, like I said, about 3,500 calories at the minute. I am going to up it to maybe it's about 4, or edge it towards that 4 mark. I don't want it to be stupid high, but at the minute I'm 25 pounds over stage weight, and at 3,500 calories a day I'm not putting on any weight. at all, literally nothing. I can hammer 3,500 calories, and that's on rest days and working days. I'm eating about the same food every day, and I haven't put on a single pound in 3 weeks now. So I am gonna have to up that food a bit, just to kind of make sure that I'm kind of gaining weight and strength at the same time. But yeah, they're the results. That's what I'm sitting at now. Like I said, I'll have all of them on the screen, so you can see what the crack is, but that's the starting point. Now, comment down below, or I'll put a poll up here, or up here, depending on where it goes. Do you think the results are going to get better or worse from going vegan? I'm not honestly too sure. Like, you gotta think, I'm not tidying my diet up by going vegan. I'm not changing my macros by going vegan. If I have a cheat, I'm still gonna have a cheat. It's just gonna be a vegan cheat. So like, my intake, like caloric intake and macros, is still gonna be about the same. It's just I'm taking meat and like animal products out of my diet and replacing it with vegan products. So yeah, my composition and stuff shouldn't really change too much anyways from just doing that, because like I'm not like dropping me calories, which will cause us lose weight or anything like that. So I'm very interested to see what'll happen. Leave your thoughts down below, and I suppose I'm going to try and do these videos every single week, whether it's diet updates or physique updates or powerlifting updates, because I am competing in about July with Dylan. I'll make a full video on that, explaining what the plans for that, what Dylan's plans are, because he hasn't been on the channel for ages, but he's currently just working away. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Very interesting to see what happens. If you're interested as well, leave comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one.